Good morning and welcome in. Before we get into this morning's update, I'd like to talk about a few key points that I've come across this morning. First, as we can see, XRP is down about 1.22%. Don't think many are surprised watching this. XRP's been in a very strong consolidatory phase, and we have not been able to come out of this consolidatory phase. Right now, we're barely holding on to the 54.7 cents, which is very important because that's the 2018 resistance. We're still trying to flip the support. We're actively in that attempt. We were unable to push past, and right now we need to get over this downtrending resistance on this pattern setup, which is up there at 56.2 cents to get out of this descending structure. If we lose 54.7 cents, the better than not odds are that we'll come to 52.8. And then we can see on both sides, if we were to have a breakout to the top side, that would be a technical move up to about 60.9 cents. However, let's say we do break down and that 52.8 cents gives way. In current times, if we do it right about there, the technical move will end up being on a drop down is right around 48 cents. So it's either we break up, push past 56.2 in the short term, and end up breaking out near 61 and then going from there, or we end up breaking down. We could support at 52.8 if we lose 54.7, but a breakdown would bring us to 48.1. So that's what we're watching very closely right now to see if we're going to break out or break down. This morning, it doesn't look great when it starts breaking down like this on the early morning. We suspected the downward route this morning, but that could just mean that because it went just over 56 cents yesterday, that we're retesting the 2018 resistance one more time as the ultimate support at 54.7, and then we can start overwhelmingly riding out. But if we do start breaking down past there, we know 52.20 is right on deck. And then if we break that, we've got 48 cents roughly to the bottom side. So we'll pay attention to this. We will take a very close look at Bitcoin as it's down 1.96% this morning, or better than 1,100 points under the 57,000 threshold. We've got gold that heated up a little bit. Whoops, dropped that. I mean, it's happened quite a few times here in the mornings, now that everything decided to fall on me. But we have gold up 21 bucks today. So as this one commodities start flipping around, I'll definitely be paying very close attention to B2 gold this morning as it's up 5 cents right now. But we'll see if gold continues on here. It definitely has a magical push here, but we've come up this resistance area. Can we hold this 2,512 and continue pushing up? We put ourselves in a severely oversold state here in the smaller time frame. So I would not be surprised if gold has a quick consolidation here. We'll decide whether or not that this is bullish in this area, and I'll be watching this all day. We probably won't talk anymore about this in the morning update, but I just wanted everybody to be aware that gold is attempting to reverse here, which is very interesting. Money's being injected via Tether, but we should see more in the quantitative easing sense after the next rate hike. I actually believed, in my own personal belief, that we would dump before the rate hike, or the rate cut, only because then it would validate to have even more rate cuts. So imagine the markets are tanking going into the rate cut during this, in a couple weeks when we do the rate cut at the meeting in September. But the market's already crashing. I think that would invite in a second rate cut, maybe even a third one before the end of the year. Not that we should be raising rates, but I think that's the way the Fed's going to approach this. So make sure to hit that like button so YouTube does recommend this update. Just hitting that like button allows my content to pass on the YouTube recommendations. YouTube has been shadow banning me the last few days, so I really, really need your help on these updates. Otherwise, it's not going to get around. But if you hit that like button, it'll pop up on everybody's YouTube news feed. And whether they've seen our content, our community or not, or if you have, you can make that educated and informed decision whether or not you want to be a part of this community or part of the discussion this morning. So make sure to hit that like button. I'll catch you on the other side of the intro. Good morning, 7:08 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Thursday, September 5th, 2024. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. So I'm up bright and early this morning, the best I've done so far on my son's day of school. Yesterday, I don't think I started the update till 7:30. Today we'll be done before even 7:30. So, Ripple XRP reaction to major update muted due to strong Bitcoin correlation. I want to read this right now. Then we'll go over the Ripple CEO timeline for the RLUSD stablecoin. And then we'll look at the Crypto Fear and Greed Index. And then we'll take a look at XRP chart further and then end with Bitcoin likely. So Ripple XRP reaction to major update muted due to strong Bitcoin correlation. So XRP's strong correlation with Bitcoin might be limiting its performance, as the token has remained relatively muted over the past 2 months, despite several events that would typically trigger positive price movements. For instance, in July, reports revealed that Donald Trump raised over $4 million in campaign donations through digital tokens, including XRP. Yet this news did not impact XRP price. Additionally, the altcoin showed no reaction when 33 million tokens were transferred to a Binance wallet on August 22nd. Most recently, after Ripple announced plans to introduce smart contracts to the XRP ledger, XRP prices dropped by 3%. Ripple's ties with Bitcoin spells trouble. Ripple's announcement of plans to introduce smart contracts to the XRP ledger should initially have sparked a positive price reaction for XRP. However, the altcoin's strong correlation with Bitcoin, with a correlation coefficient of 0.72, has resulted in a muted response. This figure reflects a reasonably strong positive relationship between the two assets. In the past 24 hours, Bitcoin's price has dropped by 4%, and XRP followed with a 3% decline. Despite the drop, XRP's trading volume surged by 39%, creating a negative divergence. Such divergence typically indicates increased selling pressure, suggesting XRP could face further decline. That's another issue as well. XRP's negative price to daily address activities, or daily active address divergence, further confirms the increase in selling activity. This metric tracks the asset's price movements and compares them with changes in the number of daily active addresses. As of this writing, XRP's price to daily active addresses divergence stands at negative 63.81, signaling reduced participation in buying, selling, or holding XRP, which could contribute to continued price pressure. XRP price prediction: brace for more devaluation. At press time, XRP is trading at 55 cents, and its 12-hour chart suggests further declines. The token's moving average convergence divergence line, blue, sits below its signal line, orange, and the zero line, indicating a strong bearish trend. This setup signals a continued downtrend unless a reversal occurs, prompting traders to either avoid the market or consider short positions. Additionally, XRP's bull-bear power measured by the Elder Ray Index reveals that sellers dominate the market. As of now, the index stands at negative 0.035, having remained negative since August 26, indicating bear power is in control. If bears continue to overpower bulls, XRP's price could drop to 52 cents, which is a great support level if we lose 40, if we lose that, what is it right now? What does that support stand? I know it's right where it's like 54.7 if I'm not mistaken, which is the 54.7, which is that 2018 resistance that's been for 6.5 years that we're attempting to actively flip to support. If we lose 54.7, we've got 52.8 cents underneath, which just is alluding to around 52. Should this level fail to hold, decline to 46 cents may follow. However, if market sentiment shifts to bullish, XRP could rise to 56 cents, which we got rejected at, so that's not a good sign. And then let's read this. Ripple CEO reveals timeline for RLUSD launch. That's the Ripple stablecoin. So Brad Garlinghouse speech on Wednesday reveals that the Ripple stablecoin RLUSD will launch in a few weeks rather than the longer expected duration. The wait for a narrative stablecoin on the XRP ledger could end in no time, after Ripple's CEO Brad Garlinghouse gave a morale boosting update on the stablecoin. Garlinghouse adjusted the timeline for the RLUSD launch, noting it will launch sooner than expected. While speaking at the Korean Blockchain Week on Wednesday, the Ripple boss noted that the stablecoin will make its market debut in weeks, not months. The assertion further excited the XRPL community, which has long anticipated the RLUSD stablecoin. The Ripple USD proposal came in March when the second largest stablecoin in the crypto sector, USDC, depegged. The scare propelled Brad and Ripple to nurture the idea of providing a USD-pegged asset supported by one of the most prominent players in the sector. Ripple USD backed by US dollar assets. Garlinghouse revealed that US dollar assets will fully back the RLUSD. According to the Ripple CEO, assets like US dollar deposits, short-term treasury bills, and other cash equivalent would hedge the RLUSD, following the footprint of popular stablecoins like USDT and USDC. That's incorrect. USDT is not backed by government bonds. That's a farce. USDC is backed by United States digital currency, or it's digital currency, but it's backed by US dollars, paper dollars, and also government bonds. USDT is printed out of thin air. I don't know why they would correlate the two in a similar way. That's terrible notating. Notably, the Terra USD depeg in 2022 has caused investors to prefer fiat and crypto-backed stablecoins over algorithmic stablecoins. The Terra collapse caused a wider market capitulation, wiping billions of dollars from the cryptocurrency sector in days. The RLUSD is in the test beta stage as Ripple is privately experimenting with the stablecoin. A report from Crypto Basics shows that Ripple minted 185 RLUSD in its treasury on August 21st. Ripple USD will be deployed on the XRP ledger and the Ethereum network, broadening its usability. The stablecoin will leverage the Ethereum ERC20 standard, bringing new features to the XRP ledger. So good information this morning from a news perspective. And now the crypto fear and greed index this morning. We are sitting at 29, which is fear. Yesterday we were at 27. It still looks like, unless we can break out of this, we have a little bit of a bear flag forming that could bring us into the low teens. Unless we can push out positively, that's what we could have happen to us in the days to come. Right now we're on the border. XRP still hasn't given way, but it's got the 54.7 just underneath where we're at. If we give away 54.7, we've got 52.80 approximately underneath. We've also got a short-term consolidation as well. It's a little smaller that we were trying to break out of. That's what we're trying to fight with. The breakout at 55 to push us to the short-term 57. That ultimately would get us up to that 60-cent technical move. Or if we break down in here, we can see how we would quickly fall to 53.60 and a drop down would be 50. And then we've got the further drop, which would be just about 48.4 from this slightly bigger formation. But we can see we're attempting a breakout here. We were, but we just can't stay up on top of this 55 cent area, 55.08. Now, we haven't broken down by any means, but that's something to be observed. It's something to be observed, the fact that we're stuck in this area and we're not able to push past. But we do look like we're still on a bull flag here. See, this is tricky because we came down exhausted, came around, and unless we invalidate this structure, man, it's going to be tough because it looks like it wants to come back down. Maybe the 2018 resistance support at 54.7 will be the final support. If that doesn't hold, this is going to come through very quickly. Now, if we start breaking bullish, we get over those resistance we talked about. Then we bring back in view that cup and handle resistance at 62 cents. That's ultimately where we have to try to get back to. We talked yesterday about the XRP. All right, so the XRP Bitcoin pairing, and then we'll go into Bitcoin, then I'll release this. And if you're looking to trade XRP worldwide, look in the video description below and or pinned comments or on my homepage on YouTube and look for a HOTCOIN. That's the video description below and or pinned comments. You can copy trade me there. They have the XRP Bitcoin pairing, which we're talking about right now. Or you can trade XRP or many other assets with no VPN or KYC worldwide. Unless you're trading from or sending or receiving from a bank account, you would have to do a KYC in that regard. BITUNIX is also on there. Lowest spot leverage trading fees. You can use it worldwide, no KYC or VPN. They're supposed to introduce copy trading later this month. So take advantage of both platforms. I truly appreciate both of them. They're the two that I use now. So that's the way it goes. So right now, the XRP Bitcoin pairing, we're either going to break over 965. And if we break over the 965 and we play this out true, we have a technical breakout of 1173. If we get rejected here, We have an underneath support right around the 905 sat level. And then we have a technical drop down to the 691. So with XRP Bitcoin pairing, it's one of these things. Is it making its way up? Here, let me make this clone so you can see this because it's closer towards the top. So there's that. Let's just say that this morning this happened to break out of here, right? Then you'd come up to that target up there. That's all this is showing. So it's either we're going to break up or break down, and we've already got it set up just so we can see either or if it breaks out. Now, just because it breaks out doesn't mean that XRP could be breaking up. It could simply mean that Bitcoin is crashing faster than XRP. If we're breaking down, it could still be going up in price, but it could be that Bitcoin is going up faster, or both are moving at the same pace and we move in a similar fashion. So that's what we're looking at here for XRP. I think having a basic understanding of the XRP Bitcoin pairing allows us to understand the correlation a little bit closer. And we're trying to squeeze up. We're trying, but right now we're trying to hold the 965 sat level. As we can see, we're right on the border. We're at 970. XRP is literally right on that border of breaking down or breaking up, but as long as we're on the top side of 54.7, it's more bullish than bearish. And sitting at that 55 cent level, we're trying to break out of the short-term consolidation, as we can see. It's just we've been having problems. Could that still be an inverse head and shoulders playing out? Absolutely. Absolutely. So we'll see if that plays out overall, because if you go back in time, it's like what we said a while ago. If this forms properly, it's going to do it sneakily, but you could start to come through and start to say, well, if it breaks out of there, we just don't know if it's at 50 cents where it would have to come down to, if we can just start pushing up now. So we're watching a lot of things this morning, and it's a very exciting time to be watching crypto. Might not be an exciting time to be in crypto if you're looking for exponential gains in a day, but if you're looking for some volatility, it's definitely one. It's fun to watch right now. There's no doubt about that. And we've got Bitcoin right now at 56,727. I think we've nailed Bitcoin to the wall. I've been talking about this for several days. I think it's got to come down. Now in current times, it's 54,000. We've been talking about 53,975. But that uptrending support has slightly moved up. Now, it looks like to me it would be advantageous, even if we come down there for support, for Bitcoin to confirm support there. We came down to 48,400 and bounced out all the way up to 66 almost. Now a drop down of 8,000 points to bounce on that 54,000 and prove that that's the support would be warranted. I know it seems like a bearish bias, but if it comes down there, we very well could clear out the rest of this RSI. It looks bearish, but you never know. The 30-minute is trying to flip it. You never know, because of these large amounts of money that are going to be injected into the market. Just like with commodities and gold, it's not going to go down much longer. And like I said yesterday, B2 gold could reverse today. So I've got many positions that I can get back into. I didn't get it at 265, but if it looks like it's showing signs and it gets above a certain level, we'll talk about later this afternoon and in this evening live, then I'll consider buying it back. Or if it gets down to that $2.58 or $2.53, one of those areas, then I'll consider buying it there on the inverse right arm. Or if it gets up to like $2.92, I'll buy it on a pattern breakout. I've got many different opportunities on that particular pair. Well, it's the commodity. So with Bitcoin, yeah, this is what I'm watching very closely. Will we come down to 54,000? Will we come down to 54,000? That is a good question, because we very well could be boom, boom. This could be an inverse pattern. If this breaks down, 100% chance we come to 54. If it breaks out and we avoid that drop, maybe we do start pushing back towards 67, but it's going to take some work. I'm XRP Future Millionaire. Make sure to hit that like button if you appreciate my work. Consider subscribing to the channel and joining the over 23,100 plus subscribers, almost to 23,200 as a matter of fact. Share this on social media and stay emotionless. Positivity over negativity. If you made it until the end, hashtag be better, do better in the comments. And let me know what you think about the setup today. Do you think we're going to continue on this bearish bias? Or do you think we're going to reverse and we're going to bounce off these support structures? Catch you on this afternoon's update.